Hi everyone, welcome to Mimi Sparkling Diamonds. Today we're going to be working on and continuing to work on, I'm going to continue to work on my continuous whip, which is Medusa. I have it zoomed in for you guys, so hopefully you guys can see everything. There's my little cover minder. And welcome in to everybody who's gonna watch this little whip and chat. Today we're gonna chat about some life stuff, work stuff, and some diamond painting stuff. I've been doing a lot of stuff besides working on this. I've been making several videos. I'm doing a series on my channel where I'm unboxing my whole diamond painting stash and showing you the canvas and all that. But we'll get into that in a few minutes. But welcome to everybody. This is Mimi Sparkling Diamonds. Welcome if you're a returning subscriber. Welcome back. I'm glad that you decided to return and hear me gab a few minutes about life and this diamond painting amongst my other diamond painting stuff, and I hope you enjoy the content. I am going to share some of my plans moving forward and different things, and we're just going to get right on into it. If you're new here, I do a bunch of different diamond painting content. I do unboxings, I do whip and chats like this, I do finish and review videos, I do kit and chats where I kit up a new canvas and chat. I do, I'm going to be doing quarterly reviews and not monthly reviews, and we'll get into that as well. I've got a few notes over here, but we're going to get on into that in a little bit. But I do all kinds of different diamond painting content, so if you're curious, take a look around my channel. I've got several different playlists. Take a look at what I have to offer, and if you like the content, please subscribe. You guys give me your comments at the end whenever on the video. Give me a thumbs up. I really appreciate that. It helps my channel grow, and share this content with family and friends and whomever you think could use it and take some value out of it, and possibly influence their diamond painting experience. But we're going to get started here in just a second. I'm going to quickly go over the things I'm working with. This canvas is Medusa. So this is the original artwork. So I'm showing you that. You're looking at it upside down. So you're looking at, we're in this very top corner. So this is the same orientation. We're working right here in this very last corner right here. So there's her, you're going to see the top of her head and all that. That's where we're working. We're working right here. But that's the original artwork, so you guys can see it. Sorry, I'm not trying to make y'all sick. But that's the canvas I'm working on. It's a square, and as you see here in the camera, I've got y'all kind of zoomed in. Let me see if I can zoom y'all any closer. I want y'all to see the whole square. Shoot. Anyway, I think that's good enough for government work. But WIP stands for work in progress, and this Medusa is mine. She is a 55.8 centimeter by 85.9 centimeter square, or 22 inch by 34 inch. And she is a square diamond shape, and as you can see by this checkerboarding right here, that this is confetti heavy. The background is very confetti heavy, and it has taken me a while to work on this canvas, but it's okay. I'm working with my Diamond Art Club pen. This is my trusty swirly purple pen. I'm a blue person, but I do like my purple pen. This has the 6-placer on the end, multi-placer, and then this has my trusty twist and pick applicator. and I love this pen. It's comfortable in the hand. I use Randa's Crafty Corner. Caribbean Escape is the scent. I've had this putty forever, and I use the red Diamond Art Club Red Heart Wax in my single placer. And this pen is the twist and pick, so it's reloadable. So I put the wax down in here and it's reloadable. I'm also using my Firefly tray. I can actually show y'all the actual tray. There was the lid. It's black. It's the Firefly Ignite. And you can see a little piece of putty got stuck on it, but I don't care. I love this tray. And then I'm using my Elizabeth Ward storage system for my drills. And so I'll just kind of show you this like real quick. And then the overflow drills are in these little round containers because I didn't want to use my other Elizabeth Ward has kitted up another project, which we will probably discuss. So that's what I'm working with today. We're gonna, like I said, we're gonna be working in this very top section. You can see that I've already placed some diamonds, and there's a lot of checkerboarding here. This takes a long time, and I'll be finished with this row. So first of all, we're going to talk about life stuff, like general stuff that's happened in my week since last Wednesday. I try to do these WIP chats on Wednesdays. I'm trying to be more consistent about doing it. So anyway, there's that. So first of all, we're going to chat about some life stuff. I've got a few notes over here to kind of try to keep me in place. I'm looking for the color I need to get this going. So we are going to be working with 3371, and it appears to be a very dark brown. I don't know if y'all can tell in this picture, but anyway, so we're going to be working with it. I'm really enjoying working on Medusa. I think it's turning out beautiful. It's just the background has got a lot of confetti. I work full time, so I have to kind of spread my time out accordingly. And so, and then you're going to figure out why I haven't worked on it in a day or so. And that's, you're fixing to find that out because it happened on yesterday. But let's begin with, so last week I worked. On Saturday I was off, and Sunday was Father's Day. And so Saturday, we'll get into what I did Saturday because that's more in the diamond painting part. But on Sunday, it was kind of cool. My husband works on Saturdays, but on Sunday we got together with my son, our son, my grandson, and my daughter-in-law, and we all went to a reptile and spider and bug expo, I guess. And so we went there in a local town close to us that they were having, and my husband wanted to go, and so my daughter-in-law, my son, and my little grandson met us there. We walked around there for a while. They gave my husband a sweet Father's Day card, and we got to hang out with our grandson for a while, and then they were heading over to her parents' house to celebrate with her dad. So that was nice. My husband was really happy that he got to see our grandbaby and everything, and so he was happy about that, which I was then happy because he was happy. So I'm sorry if y'all hear my cats in the background. They're fussing with each other. Their cat tower is literally right beside my table because I'm diamond painting in front of my window, in my dining area. So there's a cat tower here, and it's my cats are able to look outside on their cat tower and whatever. But so if you hear them hissing or anything, don't pay it no mind. But anyway, back to Father's Day. So we had a good time with them, and then we decided that we were going to grab a bite to eat that evening. So we went out to eat to an Italian place, and my husband picked it, and we went there and we had a nice dinner. And then we came home and got ready for work and such. My husband is off on Sunday and Mondays typically. So I got ready for work, and he kind of chilled or whatever, and then we just went on to bed and so on. So Monday I went to work. Everything was normal. We're usually busy on Mondays, and that's why I don't usually do WIP Chats on Monday, because we're usually really busy. I do work full time, and Mondays are usually our busiest day. And so then Monday I came home, and my husband had already eaten leftovers for dinner, so I just made myself some eggs, scrambled eggs, and some keto toast that I had bought. I bought some keto bread, and I'm going to elaborate on that in just a second. We are on a, I guess you can call it a diet. It's more of eating like healthier. My husband recently went to the doctor and discovered that he is not diabetic, which I'm thankful, but he is pre-diabetic. So we are trying to change our ways of eating, and we are trying to eat more healthy and do it the natural way instead of him having to take medicine or insulin. We don't want him to ever get to where he has to take insulin. So we are trying to catch it before it reaches that point. So we have been on this journey now for about 3 or 4 weeks now. And it's been interesting. We started out with the factor meals, and I'm sure you guys have seen those advertised all over the internet and everything. And I will say they were very good. The first box you get like a discount on, but then after that it's pretty expensive. So we decided, since we learned what we needed to know from that, portioning and all that kind of stuff, that we decided that we would just buy the groceries and I would cook and whatever. And so that's what we've been doing. We do have cheat days, and Sunday was ours. So we did go to that Italian restaurant. Although we did make some very good conscious choices about what we ate at the Italian restaurant. So it's you know, it is, you don't have to cheat yourself out of life. I am a big Sprite drinker. I used to drink Coke and Dr. Pepper, but I have problems with kidney stones, so I quickly quit drinking dark sodas of any kind whenever I had my last round of kidney stones. They about killed me. So I switched over to Sprite only, and it has done me well, but soda is full of sugar. No matter the way you cut it, it is full of sugar. Hold on one second. So my niece, we recently celebrated my daughter-in-law's birthday, and my niece is dating this young man that is a kind of like a nutritionist, but also he's a bodybuilder as well. But he's not the grotesque bodybuilder looking thing. He's just very fit and lean. And he told me his story, and he used to be very heavy and stuff like that. And he told me, gave me some tips and everything. And one thing he told me was I needed to try Sprite Zero. And I told him, I said, Colton, I do not like diet drinks at all. They're disgusting tasting to me. I don't drink tea either. So I know, I live in the South. Supposedly everyone drinks tea down here. That is not true. I don't like tea. It tastes like grass to me. So anyway, don't hate me. Don't come for me. But I am from here. I don't drink tea. So, and I don't drink coffee either. So my caffeine ended whenever I quit drinking dark sodas. And now I do like Mountain Dew, but again, I don't buy Mountain Dew. It has the highest amount of caffeine in it. And I like to be off of caffeine because I no longer have the caffeine headaches or anything like that. I've already been through that. So I don't want to have to go back through it or revisit it. So anyway, he told me to try Sprite Zero, and he told me to alternate like regular Sprite and then drink a Sprite Zero. And that Sprite Zero tastes the closest to regular Sprite of any of the drinks. Because he said he doesn't like, he used to drink a lot of soda as well. But the way he got off of soda was he went to Sprite, and then he went to Sprite Zero, and then he just went to water. So, that's what he did. And so I decided the last time I was at the store to get a thing of Sprite Zero and try it. And y'all, I have to say, I am shocked that I can tolerate Sprite Zero. I have totally transitioned now completely over to Sprite Zero. So I am proud to say that that's a milestone I've crossed on my health journey. My husband and I also have joined a gym, which we already had the membership, and we have we haven't been as faithful as we have been in this past week or so, and I'm getting to that in just a minute. So that's that. So we're going in shortly, not this weekend, not this Saturday, but the following Saturday at the end of the month, we're going on vacation for a week to my parents' vacation house to see them and to stay there a week in Colorado in Estes Park. They have a house in the canyon outside of Estes Park, and it is beautiful. I can't wait to get away from the heat here in Southeast Texas, and it has just been miserable here. It's hot and humid. We've had a lot of rain, and it's made it so humid and miserable. And of course, it's summer. I really expect that. But it's just always nice to get away from the heat. So we've been kind of prepping for that, kind of talking with my mom and dad and different things, because I've been taking care of their house while they're gone and getting their mail and all that stuff. And so we're just kind of prepping for that, getting ready. Our little grandson's going to go with us this year. My son can't go. He doesn't have enough PTO right now. And so, and plus my daughter-in-law is pregnant. So I just don't think it would be wise for her to be traveling right now, and it's a long drive. We are going to drive. So we all have vehicles up there. Me, my two sisters, and their families are going to go, and my mom and dad will be there already. And then my great nephew is going with my oldest sister, his grandma, and then our grandson Colt is going with us. But my niece and her, Caden's my great nephew, his mom Brittany, she's not going. She has to work, and then her boyfriend is not going. Colton is not going. So my grandson's name is Colt, and my niece's boyfriend's named Colton. So we have to make sure that we pronounce their whole names. And sometimes my son calls my grandson Maverick because that's his middle name. So, but when Colton's around, we call him Colton, and we call Colt, I call him Colt, or I call him Maverick sometimes. So he answers to both, but anyway, so they're not going, but so it's going to be a good time. We always have a good time up there. It's very relaxed, and my husband goes fly fishing and enjoys the fly fishing and all that. And their house is on the side of a mountain, so it overlooks the river, and just so beautiful. The weather up there, you can actually be outside and not be miserable. They don't have any air conditioning because they don't need it. And at night it can get a little bit on the chilly side. So, but we always go up there and enjoy some time up there every summer. Last year we went for 2 weeks. We're only going to go for 1 week this year. Just simply different things in life and whatever. So, but that's going to be a good time. I have not decided if I'm going to take a project up there. I know my mom is working on a large landscape right now, but I don't know how much of that she will work on while we're there. She does enjoy diamond painting. I think the picture she is doing is a Chuck Pinson, but I am not totally sure. I would have to look it up, but I think it is a Chuck Pinson piece. So it has a cabin and all kinds of stuff, but it's beautiful. It's Diamond Art Club. She showed me in a video chat I did with her the other day. She showed me how much she's done, and she said it's taken me a while. It's a round, which is interesting. So, but anyway, she likes diamond painting. I might take a small canvas or something, maybe work on it at night when the baby is playing or my grandson's playing, and you know, it's nighttime and whatever. But we play games and do all kinds of cool stuff. So we just enjoy having the family time and visiting and all kinds of stuff. So that's that. And then yesterday I went to work, and so today's Wednesday, so it was Tuesday. And Monday afternoon, late afternoon, we got a shipment in of knives. I work at a knife shop. They do handmade Damascus knives. And we got a shipment in of knives. And so the boxes are really heavy. And I don't want to always go and disturb my boss. It's just he and I there to help me to pick up a box or whatever, you know, because I want to act like She-Ra. Well, everything was hunky-dory. I got the boxes picked up and put on the table. I mean, if he sees me doing it, he'll come over there and say, no, let me do it. He's very much a gentleman. It's just that he was busy in the back doing something else. And so I picked up 2 or 3 of those heavy, heavy boxes. Everything was fine. I started making dinner and everything, and all of a sudden my lower back started burning on the right side, and I thought, oh man, I hope I don't have a kidney stone. And it became so uncomfortable that I had to sit down. Luckily, I had pretty much made dinner all the way, and my husband came in and he was like, what is wrong? And I said, my back hurts so bad. And the first question he asked me is, did you lift those heavy boxes at work? Because he had stopped by Monday afternoon at my job, and he actually was there when the guy delivered, and he said those boxes were heavy because I actually moved them out of the way for the UPS guy. And I said, yeah, they're heavy. And I said, but I didn't lift all of them, my boss helped me or whatever. And he's like, you don't need to be lifting those, because you need to open them, take out some of the knives, and then whenever they're lighter weight, then pick it up and put it on the table or whatever. But you know me, I'm very stubborn, and I'm like, no, I can do this. Well, yeah, I did it, and I hurt my back. I was so miserable last night after dinner. My husband actually did the dishes, which is a miracle. Not that he won't help me, but he just hates doing dishes, and I'm very particular about how my dishes are done. So it just works for us. But anyway, he did the dishes, cleaned the kitchen, everything, and he just said, can you just sit on the couch and see if it'll let up at all, whatever. And I did that, but it didn't. It was like it was pinched, and I was like, oh crap. So I was so miserable, and then he sat down and started watching Gold Rush, and I was looking at my phone for a few minutes, and before I knew it, I woke up and we were both snoring on the couch in sitting up position, and my back still hurt. So he woke up after me, and I had to get up and go to the restroom, and then he heard me, and it woke him up, get up or whatever, because I was moaning and groaning that, my back was hurting. And he woke up, and he has this cream that he said, go ahead and go to the restroom, and then I'm going to go to our bedroom, and I'm going to rub this stuff on your back. We're going to go ahead and lay down. Now, it was like a little after 9 o'clock. And when I say a little, like maybe 9:06. We typically don't lay down, even though we both have to go to work, we typically don't lay down until 10:30. And so, but we were both tired. He was tired, I was tired, and my back was hurting. So I went. We both have to take our medicines, nightly, daily medicines, whatever. And so we did that, and then I slowly crept into the bedroom, got into my night clothes, and he came in there and rubbed that stuff on my back. While I was taking my medicine, I also grabbed an Advil, and I took that to try to see if it would help, like, alleviate the pain a little bit. I was like, excuse me 1 second. I'm going to get a drink. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to go to work tomorrow, because my back hurts so bad I couldn't hardly stand up straight. So he rubbed the stuff on me, and then I looked at my phone for a few minutes, and then I got drowsy. He went on to sleep, and I got drowsy and plugged my phone up and everything and went on to sleep. And so I woke up this morning and he asked me how my back was, and I said, well, it's still sore. And he goes, are you going to try to go to work? Because he was up really early. He has to leave really early. I don't have to be at work technically till 9 o'clock. And I said, well, we'll see. So my alarm goes off and to get me up to get ready for work. And I thought I was hitting snooze, but I actually hit the off. So I woke up a few minutes late, and I text my boss, and I'm like, hey, I'm going to be late a little bit, but I'll be there. So I get up, and I get a shower, go to the restroom, get a shower, and it's still pretty sore. And I'm like, why? So I get to work, and my boss is a really, really nice person, and he asked me if I was okay. He was like, you look like you don't feel very well. So I told him what happened, and he was like, oh my gosh, do you want to go home? And I'm like, no. I said, I'm going to go on vacation soon, so I don't want to go home. I don't want to take advantage or anything. And he was like, oh, no. He's like, don't worry about it if you don't feel like it. We don't have a lot of work today, whatever. And I said, well, let me finish up my project that I was working on, and then we'll see how I feel. Well, luckily, I didn't go home because we ended up getting another order in. But he let me, he never tells me I can't sit down or I can't take a break or any. We're like really relaxed there. And we're friends outside of work too. But I do treat my work very professionally. I treat him very professionally while we're at work. And but it's pretty chill and laid back, so I'm happy about that. I appreciate that aspect of my job, and I appreciate my boss for being kind and understanding whenever something happens in my life or I'm injured or sick or whatever. He's always been incredibly understanding with it. So I do appreciate that. You don't find employers like that very often. So anyway, I made it through the day for the most part, and I was talking to my sister earlier, and I told her what happened, and I said, it's not hurting as bad as it was, but I still know it's there. So I'm still aware that it's not hurting to the point I can't stand up or whatever, but it's not gone either. So there's that. So I'm hoping that my back will let up. I've been trying to be really careful today, not do anything, lift anything real heavy or do any twists or turns that might hurt my back or anything like that to aggravate it. So luckily I am feeling a little bit better with it. So that is that. So that pretty much wraps up, my personal life. Once I get into the diamond painting stuff, which I'm fixing to move into, that kind of overlaps with my personal life, and you'll see how that coincides. But yeah, so we had a great Father's Day weekend, and we got to see our grandbaby, and that's always good. We're very close to our grandson, and we're looking forward to vacation. He's 3, and he says, I'm ready to go to the mountains with everybody. He likes to see everybody. That's what he calls the family, everybody. So he's very social, and he loves everyone. So I'm glad of that. as far as diamond painting, I put up several videos on Saturday. Remember I said I would come back to Saturday? Saturday, like I said, I've been taking care of my mom and dad's house while they're gone to Colorado for 3 months for the summer. And they almost are gone 4 months, but anyway, for the summer. And my mom and dad have a decent sized house and a decent size, way too big for them and way too big for anyway. So I'm taking care of their house, getting their mail, taking their, getting any packages or anything like that on the daily, because my job is very close to where they live. So anyway, I've been going over there. My mom and dad have a breakfast area that has a very worn out table that my mom, it's old and we've crafted on it. We've done so many things on it. We eat there. I mean, they have a formal dining room that we don't even use usually. I mean, most of the family, if we go over there, we only use it like on Thanksgiving and Christmas and whatever. But they have a formal dining room. But we don't really use that table for nothing but, those kind of gatherings. But typically, if I'm over there and I'm just visiting, they usually eat in their breakfast area. So, anyway, they have good lighting in there. So I thought, man, I'm going to make some videos at, on my mom's table. It's a light color wood, and so I'm like, she has good lighting over here. I won't have to put any extra lights or any of that. And I don't. And the glare's not too bad. So Saturday, I went over there after I got up. And I made me some lunch. Well, brunch, if you will. And then I went over there to take care of their house and wait on the mail person to get there, drop their mail and all that. But while I was there, I decided I was going to continue to record some videos for my stash unboxing that I'm doing. And I did that, and I got a lot of videos recorded for my Dreamer Designs especially, and for some other companies. And so now I am currently started recording my DHD stash, and that's the bulk of my stash is Diamond Art Club. But I do have a decent sized stash. I mean, I guess decent is relative. I have almost 100 canvases combined through all the companies, but the greatest part of that stash is Diamond Art Club. So I have reached the point where I'm starting with my smallest canvases, moving up to my largest canvases, and I'm unboxing them. And like I said in another video, that hold on one second. And sorry y'all, my husband had called me and was called me earlier and said that he was having some issues, car trouble, and that I might have to come get him from work across town. And so I was like, well, that's fine, just let me know. I said, I'm going to be doing a WIP Chat, so I'm using the iPhone that we have to do the WIP Chat, and my Samsung is the one that is my daily user. And so I had to pause y'all so that I could talk to him. But luckily he was able to get his car fixed, so He is on the way, so I'm praying that he don't call me in the meanwhile and say, oh, my car broke down. I don't think he will, because he is a district manager for Midas, and he goes to 3 different shops and does the management part of it, but he's also been a mechanic for many years, so he knows how to repair his own vehicles and our vehicles and all that. So I would think that he would have made sure that, hopefully it is not going to foul out on him, and I won't have to go get him, because he knows that that's not going to make me too happy. So anyway, I just love that clicking with squares. It's so satisfying. But anyway, so I filmed a bunch of videos, and now I'm down to my DAC stash, which I'm happy about. So I did film a couple canvases this afternoon when I went to my mom's house, and those are going to be some upcoming videos. After they're edited, they'll be coming out. So if you're interested and you like unboxings, go check out my playlist of unboxings, and you'll see where I've done Diamond Dots, Distracted by Diamonds, Jaded Gem Shop, Art Diet, Dreamer Designs, and now I'm working on DAC. And I might have forgot somebody in there, but anyway, I'm having a good time doing it. It's helping me review my stash, and when you actually see a canvas, it's different than when you just see the picture on the computer or whatever, your phone, whatever. It's different when you're looking at it, and you can take it in, and you can, so it's helping me in my mind plan on what I'm going to work on, in the future. I've got some plans in line, and so I'm going to be sharing that with you guys. Also, a canvas that came in a bundle that I was, my mom likes red covered bridges or covered bridges, and I gave her this Chuck Pinson one out of a bundle pack that I got with another landscape, which is, they're small, they're snack size, they're not real big. And she's worked on it a little bit, but she's been working on some of the Hobby Lobby. Zoe, are you just gonna join us? Is that what you're gonna do right now? Y'all, if y'all can see her, this is my cat Zoe. She's a brat. Oh yeah, y'all can see, well, maybe not. Maybe y'all can see her tail. But she's a brat, and she likes to jump up and come up on the table and sit with me, because like I said earlier, there are cat towers right beside the table. But she just thinks that I'm supposed to give her all the attention all the time. Zoe, get down. Come on, Mama. Mama, lay down. Lay down, big girl. Lay down. But she is spoiled rotten. She is spoiled rotten. She's our youngest cat, and she is so rotten. So she's my diamond painting kitty. But anyway, so I made, that back to my mom's canvas. She didn't take it with her. And so I saw it and I thought, I'm going to complete that canvas for her. And when she gets back, it's going to be finished and I'm going to have it dry mounted so she can hang it either in her cabin up in Colorado, or she can, hang it in her house down here. They're looking at selling their house because it is a big house and it's just her and my dad. So anyway, I'm not going to get into all that because that's a whole nother. But anyway, back to diamond painting. So I've been doing my videos over there. I have been doing some finish and review videos. And so I've been enjoying that. But I've really been enjoying my unboxings. One of the main factors and reasons I'm doing the unboxings is, one, I want to see the actual canvases because I just think I like that. And secondly is I'm taking out the toolkits, and what I'm not going to use of the toolkit, I'm donating to someone who makes boxes and gift boxes for people with diamond painting supplies. And I am sending that stuff to her so that she can include like better kits in their box for if they're a first-time diamond painter or whatever. So, because the Diamond Art Club kits are really nice. I mean, they're really nice. But some of the Dreamer Design kits are nice. The toolkits, I only need so many pairs of tweezers though. And I only need so many trays. Now, the Diamond Art Club trays, the big ones, I'm keeping those because I like those trays and I am keeping them. I do like the Elizabeth Ward storage system, so it depends on how many trays I get. Zoe, move your tail. Move your tail. Not everyone wants to see your butt. No. Lay down. Lay down, Mama. So, but, and I only need so many twist and pick pens. I mean, obviously I have this one and I like it. And then I have this one, but this one is just the push style, I think. No, this is twist. This ain't twist and pick. This is just the twist on, but it has a multi-placer in it too. So these are the threaded tips and all that. But this is called the Forever Single Placer or something. But this is the actual loadable one. But I like both of them. And I use wax in my single placers. But there's my other Diamond Art Club pen. So a totally different color. Even though I'm a blue person, I don't have a blue pen. But it's okay. So anyway, what was I saying? So I do like the Elizabeth Ward systems, storage for the beads, for the drills. I don't know, I'll call them beads, drills. You never know what I'm going to call them from one day to the next. But anyway, the drill storage, I like the Elizabeth Ward. That seems to work out for me the best. I do have a bottle case that has 60 bottles in it. Yeah. And I have used it, and I don't mind it, but it's not the ideal thing for me. I like being able to see the colors and all that. So that's one thing that drives me towards Elizabeth Ward storage. The only downside about that is there's only so many containers, but I have broke down and ordered some more storage only because I need the smaller containers. And so I have ordered one Elizabeth Ward style kit with nothing but the smaller containers, and then another actual full kit that has all the containers in it. So I should be getting that here in the next week or so, 2 weeks maybe. But we're going to be on vacation, so I won't be able to do anything with it till after I get back. So that's that with the videos. Again, if y'all are interested, go check out that playlist. I do have some finishing reviews up. I have some other unboxings on there, a couple other WIP chats. I'm going to try to be more, like I said last week, I'm going to try to be more faithful about my WIP chats. I am going to have video content going up while I'm out of town, but I probably will not be doing a WIP chat. I can almost say 90% sure. The week of July 4th, I will not do a WIP chat. So, I'll pick up where I left off when I get back. So, but other than that, next Wednesday I'll try to do a WIP chat, and then Friday we'll be very busy trying to pick up my grandson, and then Saturday morning we're going to be heading out very early, and then we'll be enjoying July 4th in Colorado. So that's that. And then I'm working on Medusa, and as you could see, this is very confetti heavy. It's taken me a while. Squares do take me longer. I like squares. I like the finished look of squares, how they fit together nice and close. And I do like the sheen of squares. To me, when you have a finish that is squares, it looks like the drills are wet. It has like a wet sheen on it, a wet shine. And then rounds, to me, they twinkle like twinkling lights or twinkling stars. I mean, that's the effect that I get from them. But this is, the background of this so far has been very confetti heavy. So even though it looks like all dark blue or all this or that, now there is some gapping, which I don't like in some of this. And I'm not sure why that's the case. But with these dark colors, you can't really see it too much. But I can see it up close, and I don't like it. But from a viewing distance, you're never going to see it. So it is what it is. So at least right now in the light colors, I don't have a lot of gapping, and I'm happy with that. But I do like working on this canvas. I've been enjoying it, even though a lot of the colors are dark. There's like 3 different color blues in this background, and it's been pretty confetti heavy. And I don't mind confetti when I feel like it's necessary. The jury is still out on that right now. I have to wait until the piece is finished to determine if I think that this background confetti is really necessary. But like I said yesterday, I have to trust the process, because that's something I learned with a round canvas that I did, that I showed in my last completion video that I did. I was very skeptical about how that canvas was going to look finished. It looks great. It looks great. I was worried about some of the color choices for the face, and it looks just like the art. So that's 100%. You got to trust the process, and that's what I'm doing with Medusa. I do love this artwork. I like Krista Bug. She's one of my favorite artists. I have a few of her pieces. With that being said about the confetti and the size of this canvas being square, I am thinking about, I'm getting a little burned out with all this confetti and everything. And so I am considering kitting up a smaller round kit with a brighter color palette, either a pastel color palette or a brighter color palette. Let's just say that. So I am considering and toying with that. But again, that's the reason why too that I ordered those Elizabeth Ward style containers and trays, because my other Elizabeth Ward storage is right now occupied with a square drill canvas, smaller than this, but it's Three Winter Friends by Dreamer Designs, and the artist is Makiko. But it's really a cute canvas, and it's been kitted up since late November, maybe early December. I was gonna do jingle drills, and I didn't get the opportunity to do it. My son moved back from Canyon Lake area because his job transferred him back to the Houston area, surrounding Houston area, I guess. And they didn't immediately have a house or an apartment or anything. So they asked could they stay with us a couple months while they were looking for something, and he was getting settled into his job. And then he ended up finding another job with better pay and a better, totally different than what he was doing before. So he's happy doing what he's doing. He's getting paid good, and they were able to get the money up, and they got themselves a very nice little rental home, and my daughter-in-law is pregnant. So anyway, they needed to not be living with us anymore, since there's going to be a new little one coming in mid-October. And we will be finding out on the 30th what the gender is for sure. The baby did not cooperate on the last ultrasound. So, but she's going back to have a special ultrasound, and so they will be able to determine the gender, which we are happy with either, but we wouldn't mind a little granddaughter. Hold on one second. It's my son. Okay, I'm back. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna probably wrap this up real quick. My husband called and my son called. My son works doing utility locating, so he was just asking me if it's okay if he stays the night over here whenever he's on this side of town. If he gets a late call and he's on call. So yeah, of course I told him yes, of course it's fine. But I had to talk to him about that. My husband's on the way home. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. But basically, as far as my monthly reviews, the reason why y'all haven't seen a monthly review is because the fact that I'm going to do quarterly reviews. I work on canvases that are pretty decently large, a lot of square canvases that take me a while, and I work full time. So with that being said, there's not a lot of stuff for me to show y'all. But if I do it every quarter, then I will have some finishes done, at least hopefully 2, if not more, is depending on the size of the canvas. But that way I can talk about the whole quarter, and I'll be able to kind of walk y'all through what's been going on with my diamond paintings and my finishes and all that. And then I will do, the goal is for me to do a end of the year review in January of 2026. So I will show you all my 2025 finishes, and we will talk about the birth of my channel and all the good stuff that's happened through the years. So that's the plan with that. So make sure you watch for quarterly reviews. I did not start my channel until May, and I'm already doing my finishes for, I'm going backwards in time, so y'all have seen my most recent finishes anyway. So y'all have already seen Faces of Barbie. You've seen, that's the canvas I finished before this one, or before working on this. Then I worked on, before that, I worked on Van Gogh by Diamond Dots, Starry Night. And so I finished that one. That was a WIP of mine. And then before that one, I finished a Lighthouse Harbor. And I've already done a finish and review of that. So far, everything that I've finished here recently, at least in the first and second quarter, y'all have seen it. And so I just think it's going to be going on to doing quarterly reviews will be probably best. So that's going to work, I think, for me. As far as watching, I watch YouTube, other creators. I love that. I've done that for years now, and I just enjoy looking at everybody's stuff and what they get, their style, all kinds of different things. And I've been watching The Office. I started from the first season, and I'm starting to watch that. It's in my husband's words, it's so stupid it's funny. So I'm watching that a little bit. As far as listening to and reading, I'm listening to A Court of Mist and Fury in the Court of Thorn and Roses series. The second book, I'm on that. I'm listening to that some, and also Pandora. I have a station that I have built over time, and I've been listening to that some. And I have been watching a little bit of TV with my husband. I'm not a huge TV person. We did watch The Accountant, the first one, and then we watched the second one, because they've come out with a second one, and I believe it was on Prime Video. So but The Accountant with Ben Affleck is the original one, and then the second one has Ben Affleck as well. And you need to watch the first one in order to understand what goes on in the second one. But I will tell you, I highly recommend. It is very good. Very good. So we did watch that, and that was very entertaining. So that was a good movie. And then we watched another movie, and The Town or something, and it was a good movie too. It had Ben Affleck in it too. And it was a good movie. It was made in, I think, 2014 or something. So it's an older movie, but it was good. So I highly recommend The Accountant and The Accountant 2. The other movie, The Town or This Town or whatever it was called, it was good too. So if y'all are looking for something to watch, it was very good. Those were very good. But other than that, everyone's doing good. We're just looking forward to vacation. Me and my husband are doing our gym and health journey stuff, and I'm learning how to cook more healthier, better portions, all that kind of thing. Everybody's doing good, so we're blessed. And although my back hurts still a little bit, it is better today. And as the day's gone on, it's getting a little bit better. So I'm hoping that the muscle or whatever happened in my back is gonna just get better, and I won't have to be in that pain anymore. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. I'm sorry about the chaotic way that this WIP Chat has happened. I've gotten interrupted by several different phone calls and that I've had to take. And so I do apologize about the chaotic nature of it, but WIP Chats are pretty laid back over here. And I just wanted to share with y'all some of my thoughts and plans moving forward and everything, so you guys would know what to expect. But I hope all of you are doing very well. I hope all of you are feeling good, and y'all keep diamond painting. And thank you for watching this chaotic WIP Chat. And I will catch y'all next week on Wednesday evening. Hopefully won't be as chaotic, but you never know around here. But y'all have a great week, and y'all stay safe. See you next Wednesday. Bye.